Hi everyone, and welcome back to the English podcast with Mandy and Mark. I'm Mandy, and I'm excited to be here with you today to talk all about TV shows.
And I'm Mark. We know how much you love learning English with us, so we've got a really fun episode planned for you all. We're going to be talking about our favorite TV shows, the different types of shows out there, and some useful words and phrases you can use to discuss them too.
That's right. Whether you're a fan of comedies, dramas, or reality shows, there's something out there for everyone. So, stick around until the end of the episode for some vocabulary practice and some fun questions to answer in the comments below. So, Mark, what kind of TV shows are you usually drawn to? Do you have a favorite genre?
You know, I'm a real sucker for a good sitcom. I love shows that make me laugh out loud, especially after a long day. There's just something so comforting about the familiar faces and funny situations. How about you, Mandy? What gets you hooked on a show?
I'm more of a drama and mystery person myself. I love trying to figure out the plot twists and getting invested in the characters' lives. There's nothing quite like a good cliffhanger to keep you on the edge of your seat, right?
Oh, absolutely. I have to admit, sometimes even I get sucked into a good mystery. Do you have a favorite show of all time? One you could watch over and over again?
That's a tough one. I'm a big fan of older shows like Friends. It's a classic for a reason. The characters are relatable, the jokes are timeless, and it's just a feel-good show. What about you? Any shows you consider your all-time favorites?
The Office is my go-to comfort watch. I've seen every episode multiple times, and it never fails to crack me up. I think the mockumentary style makes it even funnier. Do you have any shows you're currently watching?
Yes. I just started a new drama series called The Crown. It's a historical drama about the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. It's fascinating to learn about history through a TV show, and the acting is superb.
Oh, I've heard great things about The Crown. I've been meaning to check it out. I'm currently watching a documentary series about nature. It's amazing to see all the different creatures and landscapes around the world.
Documentaries can be so eye-opening. I recently watched one about the human brain, and it completely blew my mind.
Right? It's amazing how much there is to learn about, even through something as accessible as a TV show.
Speaking of learning, I've actually picked up a lot of English vocabulary from watching TV shows. It's a fun and engaging way to immerse yourself in the language.
Me too, especially with shows like Friends, where the dialogue is very conversational and uses everyday language.
Exactly. And it's not just about the vocabulary. You also get to learn about different accents and cultural references.
Absolutely. It's like a window into a different culture, all from the comfort of your own home.
So, if you're learning English, I highly recommend watching TV shows in English with subtitles. It's a fun and effective way to improve your language skills.
Couldn't agree more. And who knows, you might even discover your new favorite show in the process.
Now, before we move on to some vocabulary, I'm curious to hear from our listeners. What are some of your favorite TV shows?
Yes, tell us in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
All right, Mark, let's dive into some of the vocabulary we used while talking about our favorite TV shows. Make sure to take notes, everyone. Mark, why don't you start us off with the first word?
Sure thing. The first word is genre. A genre is a specific type or category of something, especially art or entertainment. So, when we talk about TV show genres, we're talking about the different types of shows like sitcoms, dramas, mysteries, and documentaries, which we mentioned earlier.
Great explanation. The next phrase is to be drawn to. This means to be attracted to something or to find something interesting. For example, Mark said he's drawn to sitcoms because he enjoys laughing.
That's a good one. Our next word is hooked, which means to be really interested in something and wanting to see or know more. Like when Mandy said she loves a good cliffhanger because it keeps her hooked.
Next up, we have plot twists. This refers to unexpected events in a story, especially ones that change the direction of the plot. Mystery shows are full of plot twists, which makes them so exciting to watch.
And when a show is enjoyable and makes you feel good, we call it a feel-good show. Mandy described Friends as a feel-good show because it's lighthearted and relatable.
Go-to is another useful phrase. It describes something that is your first choice or preference. Mark mentioned that The Office is his go-to comfort watch, meaning it's the show he chooses to watch when he wants to relax.
Our next word is superb, which is a strong adjective meaning excellent or outstanding. Mandy used it to describe the acting in The Crown, meaning the actors did a fantastic job.
We also talked about how documentaries can be eye-opening, meaning they can reveal surprising or previously unknown information. Mark mentioned that he learned a lot from a documentary about nature.
Right? And speaking of learning, to pick up is a phrasal verb that can mean to learn something without intentionally studying it. Mandy pointed out that she has picked up English vocabulary from watching TV shows.
And lastly, we have immerse, which means to fully involve yourself in something. So, to improve your English, you can immerse yourself in the language by watching English TV shows, listening to English music, and so on. Now that we've covered some key vocabulary, let's test your listening skills with some questions about our conversation today. Don't forget to share your answers in the comments section below. Mark, do you want to ask the first question?
Okay, so first question. What genre of TV shows does Mark enjoy the most? Was it documentaries, sitcoms, or reality shows?
Great question. And here's the next one. What TV show did Mandy say she could watch over and over again? Think back to our conversation for the answer.
Alright, for this next one. What type of TV show did Mark say he was currently watching? Was it a drama, a sitcom, or a documentary?
And lastly, a question for you all to answer in the comments. What are some TV shows that you enjoy watching and why? We'd love to hear your recommendations.
Well, that was fun. We covered a lot of ground today, talking about everything from our favorite TV show genres to how watching TV can even help you learn English.
Definitely. Remember, everyone, even just listening to conversations about everyday topics like this can be a great way to improve your listening and comprehension skills.
Absolutely. And don't forget to review the vocabulary we discussed today: genre, hooked, plot twists, feel-good show, go-to, superb, eye-opening, to pick up, and immerse. Using these words in your own conversations will really boost your fluency.
And that brings us to the end of another episode. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you enjoyed today's podcast, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more English learning content. And don't forget to leave us a comment telling us about your favorite TV shows. We love hearing from you. Until next time, happy watching. Bye.